All rise for the Honorable Judge Quinn Bell.
Be seated.
This is civil case number 48DC 62325 in the matter of Franciosa et al. Versus Dunbar International Insurance.
And who's here to represent each party?
Catherine Banning, Chief Investigator and Counsel, representing Dunbar, Your Honor.
Ms. Banning.
Michael McCann, representing the family, Your Honor.
Mr. McCann, are you ready with your opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please proceed.
This civil complaint is to find cause for relief for lost assets, which we believe were stolen by the estranged husband of these three women before his disappearance 1 year ago. These assets were high-value commodities, including certificates of deposit, rare documents, and a series of bearer bonds with a value of more than $1 billion. In lieu of having Paul Franciosa declared deceased in order to proceed with the usual probate hearing, we are filing this action against the insurance company to direct them to pay the beneficiaries listed as the three ex-wives and the two minor children, based on the loss or theft of these insured documents.
In light of the complexity of this claim, we are prepared to show that the beneficiaries are complicit in the theft of the insured assets and have voided the terms of the insurance policy by what we believe to be a fraudulent claim. Paul Franciosa ran a cash-intensive business, a series of entities around the world, which we will show moved assets through multiple banks, investment schemes, and valuable rare documents. He was the subject of an intense investigation before his disappearance, and we believe that his business associates and his three ex-wives are still involved in a shadow operation in his absence.
Well, I've been at the bank for 29 years as the head teller, and I saw Mrs. Franciosa come to the bank every evening just before we closed, always depositing between $3,000 and $8,000, never over $10,000. Oh, and always in cash.
And do you see the woman who made these deposits here in the courtroom today?
Well, yes, it's that dark-haired woman in the front row. Oh, dear.
And what did you do for the Franciosa business?
Well, I was instructed every 30 days to take the account assets and transfer them into CDs, that is, certificates of deposit. Then when the big bald man came in, he would take the assets and place them in a safe deposit box.
It was just this once. Please forgive me. I thought this is where the money was. Spare me.
Sorry, but the answer is no.
And do you see that bald gentleman that gave you those instructions in the courtroom today?
Oh, yes, he's right. Uh-oh.
La famille m'a instruit d'envoyer les obligations de porteur à tous les 30 jours.
What did you say?
Read the subtitle.
Proceed.
Il n'y a pas de traité d'extradition entre le Vietnam et les États-Unis.
A família pediu para transformar os depósitos bancários em bônus antes de enviar de volta aos Estados Unidos 30 dias depois. O Brasil não tem tratado de extradição com os Estados Unidos.
Они приезжали в Восточную Европу 3 или 4 раза в год. У нас всегда была курьерская сумка, ожидающая возвращения миссис Франсиоса в Соединенных Штатах, которая, конечно же, не имеет договора выдачи с Россией.
Ms. Maganelli is a rare documents expert who worked for the Bank of Italy. Please tell the court what you discovered.
Over a year ago, our safe deposit boxes were broken into. The Franciosa family boxes contained a rare Beethoven musical manuscript owned by violinist Hitchcock.
And what was the insured value that we paid your bank?
$5.5 million US.
We'd like to introduce this video of the first Mrs. Franciosa. She was at the airport when she sent this message before hopping on a plane to Budapest.
Indulok Magyarországra, drágám. Nem sokára visszajövök a 2 kincses csomaggal.
These are the parents of Mr. Franciosa. Tell the court what the message actually meant.
My daughter-in-law was traveling to Budapest to bring back the step twins.
Hi from Budapest.
If you play back the rest of the message, you'll hear her talk about 2 precious packages. Nothing's more precious than my 2 grandbaby step twins.
Did you say step twins? Mr. McCann, you better have one hell of an explanation.
At the time, Paul Franciosa was married to Mrs. Franciosa #1. He was cheating on her with the soon-to-be #2. As it turned out, they both were with child at the exact same time and gave birth in my hospital the same day, about 2 minutes apart. That makes them step twins. Paula Franciosa and Paula Franciosa. Twin daughters from different mothers. You'll notice that the girls are identical and blonde, the same features as their father.
This calls for a 15-minute recess.
I hope that bastard never shows his face around here again.
I was blinded by all that money.
I should have known if he was going to cheat on her, he was going to cheat on me. Son of a...
As a man, he was impossible to live with. But as a father, he was so great with his twins.
While Miss Franciosa numbers 1, 2, and 3 were out globetrotting and spending his money, I was always right here in Washington watching his step-twins. And none of those ex-wives were innocent either. And by the way, they didn't marry him for his money. I heard Paul Franciosa was a good kisser. That's between me and you.
I feel so sorry for the girls.
They don't deserve this.
His poor wives, they must be heartbroken.
It's a shame, really.
A lovely family.
Where could this 3-timer be?
Step twins? Unbelievable.
All that money. Gone forever.
Maybe they all are better off.
You know what? Had he done that crap to me, he would already be missing a body part. He'd already be 6 feet under. Matter of fact, he'd already wish he was gone. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Sorry I'm late, Your Honor. I think you've been expecting me.
And who the hell are you?
I'm Paul Franciosa.
Daddy!
Hi, girls. So, allow me to save us all some time, Your Honor. On the way over here, I stopped by Dunbar Insurance and had my troublesome 3 ex-wives removed from the policy and named the twins as sole beneficiaries. So, if I were a wise attorney representing an insurance company about to make a big payoff, right about now I think I'd make a motion to dismiss based on lack of standing by the 3 exes.
Your Honor,
Granted. Case dismissed.
Not so fast, Mr. Franciosa. You have a lot of explaining to do. Where have you been this past year?
Saving you $5.5 million. Here is the original Yitzhak Perlman manuscript. Free to go, Your Honor?
Yes.
Ready to go? Got your purses? Excellent. Oh, you didn't think